All right, guys, me and Collateral bringing you this third place matchup. So, me and Collateral did some looking around and we were seeing what's going on. I believe we have come up with the correct math, Collateral, have we not? We do believe that
I think
Circa
we
will.
have.
We think we have. Circa should still be in the number one position. Again, exclamation point brackets will get you to the brackets. And then if you go to the homepage, you'll see the current standings. Current standings are Circa Esports with 140 points, Risky Behavior with 120. Team Aces, who they're going with right now, is in third place. And the moves are in fourth. So the moves are in the finals versus the eighth place team. So first place being worth 100. Regardless, if Circa can win this game right here, they'll end up getting 40 points. They'll be at 180, and they should still be maintaining their number one spot going into week number 4, which is still great for them, especially playing with the sub right now. As Fine OK will lock in the Ao Kwang for Caden, who had a masterful game on him earlier today, with the bans being Thor and Raijin. Athena, I guess Aces saw what was going on with Sabbath, and they're like, none of this. Susano also going to get rid of. So I'm interested to see what Sabbath wants to pick, and I hope it's not Sobek. I'm just kidding, Sabbath. I do love you, man. If you're watching this game, you're a good guy. Just play Kepri. Just go ahead and pick up Kepri right here. Just you have the executed Apollo or Ao Kwang. Just pick up Kepri. Because there's no reason not to pick up Kepri here. Or Gep. But I like Kepri. What do you think, Collateral? You're the support. What do you think?
I think Kepri's pretty bad right now. Actually,
really,
he's not able to frontline because he has very crappy CC and it's single target. He can't really, and he's like a just like Geb, except Geb doesn't win lane, so that's why Geb's completely out of the meta. But Kepri does have the lane dominance, but he needs like a hard initiate team comp around him so he can res them because he can't be the front line. In early game, he can pluck people, but in late game team fights, you just die.
yeah, I mean, absolutely. I agree with that 100% for sure. That's a good object. And oh, Sabbath locks in. Oh, wow, he locks in the Sabbath, the Sobek for Sabbath. So we're gonna see the old famous Sabbath Sobek play. We'll see what happens here. He's warmed up. We'll see. He should be hitting some plucks. He'll be all right. He'll be good to go. We'd like to bust on him a little bit, but Frozen Waffles hovers over. He's got the Apollo. And here's Zeke, my buddy Zeke. This is what I call him. I don't call him Zerk or whatever. I don't know. I call him Zeke. Dingo Dio is going to lock in the Bologna for the solo lane. Actually, I haven't seen Bologna all day. Been banned a couple times. Just not really selecting it. Several other players have opted for the Sun Wukong. We've seen the Vamana, the Osiris several times as well today. So Bologna will be locked in for the first time today, and now the bans are coming through. And imagine we're going to get rid of Jingwei. They're going to get rid of Robin. I would think Jingwei gets banned out here for Wowie. Wowie's been playing a very good Jingwei all game, and if Aces has seen this before, they should be looking at that as an option. Kumbhakarn are going to get banned out. Don't want to deal with that Mez. Very, very potent. Does a lot of damage. Wouldn't be surprised if Geb or Bacchus maybe even get banned out in this case. Actually, Ares really messes up this team. I don't know. I forget who the support is on Aces. I think it's Dingo.
It is,
Yeah. I don't know how his Ares is, but Ares will stop a lot, will cripple a lot of these players right now on this team. So, gotta be careful with this ban. I mean, you can leave up Bacchus, but then you're gonna give up the Ares possibly, which could really damage
Ares
the team.
is really strong with Hinbots too, because
Yeah.
it's both massive beads burners in giant circles.
So Zeus seemed to be the burning factor. They wanted to get rid of the mid laner right there, so they'll get rid of the Zeus. Option to Aces. Now they have the choice. Do they want to go with the Geb, with the Apollo? What do they want to end up doing? But they're going to end up locking in the Agni, and they really want to end up counterpicking the support, which is a little bit awkward. But
I
Agni
think
just
maybe leaning towards Ares because
yeah,
they would want to see if they pick more non-CC immune ults. Chu Yi is one.
yeah, that's again the only CC immune ults they have are Giannis and Sobex. That means Purification is going to have to be online. Sabbath is going to have to lock in his choice for the solo laner. Wouldn't be surprised again if this is Sun Wukong for any instance, or even Vamana. Need something, I don't know, in the solo lane. I don't want to see that. I would say Tyr is an option. I didn't want to really see Hercules.
Right now. If he locks in Tyr, I would be like screaming to my team Ares.
Ares stops everything that Circa wants to do. It's a matter of question of if, it's the pick. It is the correct pick. Ace is making the right call here, regardless of how good Dingo's is on Ares. This is 100% the right call. If he hits the chains, it literally cripples everybody. Can't jump, can't dash, can't portal, can't water illusion. I mean, it's a very, very strong pickup, and Ares makes a lot of sense. Hopefully, Circa made the right call with the ban of the Zeus, and they're able to handle this. But Ares is going to be devastating early on, and we'll see how this ends up panning out.
They have a really good team comp to support the Ares with a lot of peel for the Ares because Ares is extremely risky. He's like easy to kill because he has no mobility. So they have a Mez, Agony Bomb stuns, Hoonbot's ults, Blink like mezzes and Bologna slows and stuff. They have a ton of peel for the Ares after he burns beads if they try to hard engage on him with counter engaging CC Mune.
Well, we will see what ends up happening in this matchup. Ao Kwang is still in the game. You got to remember that execute very, very vital, especially on these tanky targets. So if they can just burn the Ares down before he can get the ultimate off, doesn't really matter what you got going on. But a lot of circles for the boys in red over here. Aces has the Hoonbots, the Agni, and the Apollo ultimate with the Bologna ultimate on top of that. Looking pretty strong over here is Aces. We'll see how this third place match plans out, guys. Circa Esports versus Aces. Again, I'm Freight Train Collaterals here hanging out with me. Hit exclamation point casters and go ahead and follow our Twitter. Collateral does not have a dash. I lied. I had to fix that. It's just at Collateral Damage. So again, follow all of us. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. Me and Collateral are going to be doing the cast Circa Esports versus Aces for the third place matchup in the Challenger Cup. So the math has been done by everybody, to include myself, Collateral, and a few other people, double checking the stats to make sure we are correct. Anything that happens this week, Circa Esports still remains in the #1 spot for the Challenger Cup seed, so still looking good regardless of that matchup that they had last game versus the Moves, which was really a very entertaining match to watch, cast, and be a part of in general. It was a lot of good play on both sides, and I definitely give it up for the Moves for the calls, the play calls they made. I mean, that Fire Giant, and then Benny Q saying I'm going in. Like, I don't know what the comms are like, but you can imagine Benny Q's like, I'm ending it. So I can imagine how hyped they were after that.
Yeah, they're definitely a hype bunch. They were screaming in TeamSpeak when I got there.
So let's introduce Team Aces. Zeke. This is Zeke. This is Zerk40U. This is the guy I call Zeke. I like him. He's a good guy. He just plays Bologna. He's a Bologna main. So Dingo Dial will be playing on the Ares support, which really could ruin the day of Circa Esports if he hits these chains. Man Ray going to be on this Agni mid, who's received a couple small buffs in a couple recent patches. So as he's laughing at the red camp, you know, he's trying to make sure that he gets all that damage. And Hoombots will be played out by Mirage on top of the jungle role. So a lot of circles here, a lot of potential. I love Hoombots as a jungler. I think he's a top pick in most cases. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I feel like it's really annoying to deal with the Hoombots.
Oh yeah, definitely. The way I have it, I think it's like Susano, Thor, and then probably Hoombots right up there. Wow,
Susano's not overpowered. What are you talking about? As Mini Legends is going to get poked out one more time. This is kind of a little bit of a theme at this point with Legends. He's got to build a little bit better. The auto attack's getting hit by Man Ray. Nice job poking him out. Definitely got to make sure both teams going for these imps right here. We're going to see what happens. Final K gets the double fearless combination. Power Cleave is down, though. Has to be careful. There goes the unstable vortex. Portal going to connect. Forced out the purification. Caden's going for the first blood. Can he do it? Doesn't have enough skills available. Zeke is just going to bludgeon his way, and water illusion will be used to escape as the Power Cleave is up one more time. Final K has to be careful. No stance switch available, and he ends up taking the fall because he couldn't get out there. Man Ray with the purple pot ends up getting the first blood. Just a little bit of a mistake by Final K. Just no stance switch available. You can't heal. Just really no reason to be diving like that. He thought his team was going to be able to clean up, but they weren't in the correct position, and now Man Ray is looking for more. But he might have bit off a little bit too much more than he could chew. If he gets portaled in here, there's the dash. No stun available. Caden has to be careful. Water illusion is popped, but Mirage will end up taking out Caden as Mini Legend is just not able to do anything.
Yeah, that was really greedy for him to go in there. The Hoonbot's definitely stronger early game than Kwang, and Agni is stronger than...
Well, Dingo Dial ends up missing the chain. Sabbath ends up hitting that pluck, which was beautiful right there. End up causing the sprint to get popped out. Frozen Waffles and Dingo are very, very low, so something's got to go the way of Circa's side. We'll see. Well, they were able to come back in the last game and had an unfortunate circumstance with that Fire Giant fight. Well, hopefully they'll be able to come back from this as well and maintain third place. We'll see. As Final King now has stance switch available. So, yeah, now you can go diving. And do everything, so he should be okay. Wowie will end up getting that kill. I want to say it was a cheeky bounce because they look pretty far. They look pretty far deep in the tower. I'm going to imagine, you know, using Mark of the Crow into the 1, which is the Ricochet, is what got that kill. Because no level 5s available. Sabbath kind of hanging out the backside, and Waffles is going to have to play respectful and understand that the Sobekitude is going to be there, but Caden is going to end up getting hit by that. What a beautiful Sanctuary. Mini Legend, it's the unstable vortex, but Man Ray pops the Sanctuary to perfectly avoid it. There's the portal. That should be the kill right there. Mini Legend comes back strong with his first kill of the game, saying, I got this.
So while Ares may have like shut down a lot of their team, I don't know if Dingo Dial has a good Ares. He's missed his chains in dual lane, which is why he died there. If you're gonna pick it into Sobek, you have to chain him before he can do anything, so your ADC can clear the wave while Sobek can't pluck, and then you have the pressure because he loses almost his entire health bar.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Can't engage on you.
I mean, that's the thing right there. You got to be going for that. Now, my Ares build, if I told you my Ares build, you would actually slap me for being a support with this Ares build. So, I mean,
boy.
Yeah, my Ares build is actually starting with Dynasty Blade Helmet. I start with Dynasty Blade Helmet. I go to Void. I get boots. I get pen boots. Get Dynasty Blade Helmet. Get a Void Stone. You just go all like Dynasty. I even go Divine Ruin.
You don't need damage on Ares. You get damage from Sovereignty and Heartward.
If you build more damage on Ares, you do more. I was in a 45-minute game and I had like nearly 50k player damage with that build. I got it. Don't tell me how to build my Ares.
That's what I do with normal Ares build.
Whatever. Whatever. I had more kills. All right, just because you do the damage, I was kill securing. No,
How do
it's
you
okay.
know I wasn't getting all the kills?
I don't know.
Back when I was on a team with Zeno, we had a scrim. I may have been 17-0 Ares, and he was 0-0-17 Xbalanque.
You know what? I absolutely hate you because I've been in that scenario where my support takes all my kills. That's Xbalanque. I literally will be crying with my team. I'm like, please let me get a kill on Xbalanque. I need my passive. Please. Teleport gets used on the right-hand side for Bologna. Fine, okay. Does has his available right now. He'll probably back here shortly enough and finish up his boots. He'll go ahead and get these elementals as well. Zeke will not be able to contest those. All the buffs are down right now. It looks like the red buff is still... Did no one grab red buff? I'm pinging. I'm pinging. Alt ping. Alt left click. Alt left click. Ping. Ping. There you go, mini legend. Get that red buff, buddy. All right, we're good. I just pinged from my heart. You know, you gotta ping. Yeah. Sometimes people forget that stuff. So Ares has no blink, so the engage potential is limited until level 12. You're kind of see the old Ares walking towards you like, I'm scary. Like, watch out for me. I'm an Ares. I will ult you. But with no blink, the surprise factor is obviously very, very limited. So they'll go ahead and share a little bit of XP in the mid lane. Right-hand side looks like there's going to be a possible engage here for a gank attempt. 3v1, but then the rest of the members coming over. Eagles Rally is going to be over the top. Fine, okay, is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to use the dash out. There goes the ultimate from Mini Legend. He's not going to be able to connect. 1 chain hits, 2 chain hits. That's the third one. Dingo Dial chains are down, but did limited damage on top of Sobek, and it looks like this is just going to be a disengage.
The lack of blink makes me think that either he's not very experienced in Ares, or their team comp goal is to have Hunbots be the initiator and burn beads, and then he just walks in the middle of the fight because everybody's grouped up and reused.
It looked like Ares decided to stay. Ultimate was used by Dingo Dial, and that kill ends up getting secured by Zeke. 0-2 is now fine, okay, but he'll be able to teleport back to lane and at least get some of this experience back. He's sitting at about 300 gold less than the Bologna. It's not that big of a deal. Well, actually it is, because Silver Breastplate is going to be finished versus Breastplate 1, so the protections will be available and a little bit of mana on top of the Bologna versus the Tier, and obviously we all know Tier really needs that mana, so he's probably going to be going to this Breastplate of Valor for sure. Kind of surprised none of these solo laners have picked up the Mystical Mail. Mystical Mail got cheaper. It got a little bit buffed. You know, I enjoy the Mystical Mail. I definitely understand on Tier because, you know, the mana, the cooldown, for sure, but the Bologna, I'm kind of surprised is still going to be building into this, you know, Breastplate or Nemean Lion type of deal. Whereas, like I said, I would have figured, you know, oh, Mirage gonna ult right there using the Fear No Evil, and Caden's gonna have the Water Illusion out. The bombs will miss. Caden doesn't have the Sanctuary, and he popped his Water Illusion like for the cooldown. And yeah, oh, Ares. Let's see what's going on here.
No, he popped his sprint too late.
Well, great Man Ray bombs coming down right there as Caden was able to avoid one but not able to avoid the second. He finishes his pen boots online, and it looks like Sabbath is going to get pinched pretty hard. Ultimate available for Ares is not there just yet. Can he? There's a chain, and that's a dead. Yeah, I mean, as soon as that chain hit and Mez hit, it was pretty much over with. Sabbath a little bit overextended. No wards on the bottom left side of the map, and now these boars look to go the way of aces. So we'll take a quick peek at the graphs of these boars go, and yeah, they're up about 2,000 experience and 1,300 gold, and looking to take the red buff right now. But on the right-hand side, I guess they realize what's going on here and they try to make something happen. Mirage wisely jumps over the unstable vortex. Now poor Wowie's over here in a very bad situation. He has to be careful, but Ares is now back in the mid lane with an ultimate still, so again, you gotta watch out, and Caden is going to get absolutely wrecked, and there's nothing he can do. Those Ares chains are doing it, and well, I guess a little bit of tilt going on as the surrender vote gets started. Obviously that's not at all what's going to happen, but that's always one of those things where you're like, come on guys, let's do something. Like, you got to be able to do this.
Yeah, he didn't start off strong, but he is landing these chains now, and it is destroying the other team.
Well, on the right-hand side, Fine OK is going to find the third death of the game right there, but that might have just been a delay for Gold Fury. But
Circa
the issue is
Gold Fury, Paul.
They don't have enough damage, and Sabbath doesn't have enough health to tank it. Eagles Rally over the top. Bludgeon's going to connect on at least one. The jump will be good. Wowie will get out of there, and this... You know, now it's going to be a Gold Fury for the other side, and Frozen Waffles is taking a lot of damage, though he used the protections. He's almost one-shottable at this point. The big Ares pull is going to come in, and Wowie has no purification available. It was down, so just forced the ult on top of himself. The execute is not even good as Caden can't get out. I mean, right now Ace is playing very, very strong, and Caden can't do anything, and I don't really know what's going on in these games right now.
I think they got out drafted pretty hard. Ares just
Aries really
destroys
was
that
the
team
right.
comp.
Aries was the ban I think that needed to happen. I think this game gets lost. If this game ends up being a loss, it's definitely due to the picks and bans phase of not getting rid of the Aries when this is your team composition. Because, you know, as a caster looking at it, you know, and I've casted for a while now, you can kind of tell that, you know, and you're an experienced player. You were even like, I'm telling my team to grab Aries, like. When that banning phase comes out and you see Zeus, you got to be pretty excited. Like, oh, they didn't ban Ares. Like, it stops 4 of their characters. And then when they grab the tier, it's nearly instant. I mean, if tier can't stand switch and fearless, you know, combination you and do all the things that he does, like, he's, you know, not going to be able to do too much. So the Ares pickup was very smart by Aces and was just not banned out properly by Circa.
Ares is a very hit or miss god. Either he's completely useless or he just destroys the enemy team and hard counters every single skill in their kit.
Hey, well, we saw look. Let's go to Season 1 Smite SWC Finals, where, you know, we had Cog Red at the time fighting off against the boys and Titan, and Ares was absolutely destroying them. They had to ban the Ares because it was absolutely wrecking them. And when you have a proficient Ares player, it can be very annoying. Now, Dingo has missed a couple chains. He's hit a couple chains. I feel like this is average Ares play right now. I don't see anything spectacular coming out, but at the same time, it just limits the team so much as the blue buff on the right-hand side will get stolen. Fino Kid's going to have to be back in his tower, and he's just going to have to be careful. Ares picks up the blue buff. It just looks like they're doing everything they can. 4 members on the right-hand side means that Gold Fury is available. This is the old little skadoosh play. We're going to see what happens, but they're going to disengage as the call comes in, and all the wards placed on this right-hand side do show that the rotation was coming over.
Yeah, this is really rough for Circa right now. They lose the late game team fights because Ares ult, Queenbot's ult, Bologna ult.
Well,
like,
Ares is only gonna ult
just
3.
Speeds from all their abilities.
Well, we're gonna see. Yeah, the Man Ray ends up gonna get that kill. Caden able to go ahead and, yeah, he's gonna end up getting erased. It's just not really working out right now. I mean, just unfortunate. Caden right now sitting 0-5, was realistically the star player for a while in the early game. Just hasn't been able to find his footing right now. They're really putting the focus. Wowie's gonna have to jump over. I mean, this game is still winnable right now. 6,000 experience, 3,000 gold, 3,500 gold. It's not the end of the world, but Wowie taking a lot of poke. Frozen Waffle's hitting a lot of those autos right there as he's getting ready to finish that Ichabod here soon. It's going to be a big power differential between the two ADCs.
Yeah, they need to do something soon or it will get out of hand because they have a really strong team fight, and it's hard to lose like throw games when you have a strong team fight. Usually when you have a single target pick comp and you can throw, but if you have a strong team fight, it's really hard.
So I got the thought process in my head, and I'm gonna spitball this out. Let's see what ends up happening. Realistically, I think these guys understand. I think they've done the math. Obviously, you know, these guys are playing. I'm not talking to them right now or anything. I think they understand that they're still in first place no matter what after this week. Even if they get 4th, which is limited points. I think it's like 20 points for 4th place or something like that. I think they understand this, and I don't know whether this is like, all right, this is 3rd place. We're playing with our sub Mini Legend. Let's maybe get Mini some work in so we can go ahead and have an opportunity to sit there and work with them. Data, remember, is the normal sub that I've always seen with this team who has played multiple roles for them. Mini Legend is new to me personally, so I'm not really familiar with him directly. Maybe he was the only one available. So at this point in time, this might just be a game of, look, guys, we're still going to be in first place. Let's get Mini some work. Let's play this game out. Caden's obviously a little bit upset. You can tell he's 0-5 at level 9. He's not happy. No jungler ever wants to be 4 levels below the other counterpart. But I think working through this game as long as they can will always end up building a little bit more team synergy and help out with Mini Legend's ability to play later on in other sub-games if needed. That's kind of my thought process. I could be completely 100% wrong, but that's kind of where I'm gearing towards. I mean, your thoughts kind of seeing the game and what we've seen in the past?
Yeah, Caden is known to be like a bit of have an attitude problem and get tilted a little bit and be a little childish. He's been really good about it lately and being pretty mature and stuff, but losing can change.
I mean,
that.
poor Wowie just got hit by 3 chains, and like this is Ares right there. Purification going to come out just, oh man, he's going to get pulled as he used the Purification to jump, and that's just unfortunate timing. And just realistically, again, those are the small things that weren't happening earlier in the games that they played. Just that Caden going to have to use the Purification himself to get out of there as the Fear No Evil came around. And but yeah, Caden tried to use the ultimate, couldn't even get himself up in the air as Apollo comes crashing down. Frozen Waffle's doing a lot of work. Mini Legends is going to end up falling right here. Big Bludgeon going to connect on top of Sabbath as well. He's going to be in trouble, but he'll be able to pluck himself out of the way. And He'll be going into the tier 2 tower, but this game reads aces all day long right now. And again, it's just one of those situations where the team composition got beat in the draft. I think I just think some of these picks are not working out. Oh, I mean, this red buff engagement is still going on. Sabbath isn't a 4v1 at this point in time. Like, I mean, I gotta say, like, this is not the expectation, obviously, that we have of the team, as man ray is very, very low. Wow, he can't get the ricochet off as he's on cooldown, and he already used it. So, you know what I mean? I get at this point, and it's just working together, trying to build that chemistry, work on using the substitute that you have right now, and see. Oh! Wow, he was an inch off of that shot. He tried to be cheeky with it, too, and he almost got it. That would have been a nice little kill right there for the highlight reel, but unable to connect us. Dingo is now in a bad spot, overextending himself. The slow will be good. The knockup's better, and yeah, there you go. Wowie will find himself on the board with his second kill of the game. He's 2-2-0 right now, and well, at least maybe a little momentum going the way of Circa Esports, as OK is just kind of proxying these waves. He's got to be careful. The speed buff is being done by Mirage, and this could be pinched. He could get pinched on. Collateral, you there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had no input.
You had no input. I was like, man, you're not saying anything. What are you doing?
It wasn't being analyzed.
Well, fine, okay.
You're the play-by-play guy here.
I'm the play-by-play guy. I got you. I mean, I just don't want to be talking too much and not hear you, because I love, you know, you got to have your sexy voice in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, a couple kills going away at Circa, maybe finding their momentum, finding their footing, kind of having to talk things out in the comms and see what the deal is. Left-hand side tier 1 tower looks to fall possibility. Right-hand tier 1 tower is almost dead as well, but they're going to end up rotating over to the mid lane. They lost 1 Gold Fury right now. They're down 10 kills. 8,000 experience is the difference that they've got to make up. 4,600 gold is the differential they've got to make up in that aspect. Kaden needs to get himself online. If they can somehow turtle this out for late game and Alquan can get to 20, along with all the damage that he's going to have, Kaden can realistically... If Alquan gets a Spear of Desolation, ends up like one-shotting you, gets the Spear of Desolation, executes you, gets all his cooldowns, and drops back down, it could be an easy double to triple kill, as Frozen Waffles is going to come from the same exact side that he did last time, but this time, Wowie has it red in. I thought he used... Oh, he didn't use the ricochet. I heard the sound cue, but no use of it.
Yeah, it's definitely not over, but it's definitely an uphill battle, and they have to play the end game very well, because Hunbot's ult can just completely destroy the engage by the Alquang and completely ruin their kill potential, because that is their kill potential in any team fight.
Well, Blink is up now for Ares. They got to be careful. Dingo is level 13. Sabbath is still level 11, unable to pick up his second relic, and looks like Mini Legend has opted not to grab his. I don't know if he's back yet or not as well. He's level 13, has not got his second active or relic yet. Should be looking more toward the Sanctuary aspect to my knowledge, and I think Sabbath will probably be looking toward that shell to try to eliminate some of this burst damage, but he's going to get chained out pretty hard, and a lot of damage coming that way, and looks like the sprint was used to get the slow. Mindy Legend's going to get one kill.
Fearless.
There's the Fear No Evil that's going to be on top of that right there, and now all of a sudden the fight has still turned. Man Ray goes down. Mini Legend escapes with his life. There goes the missed chain right here. Fine OK has an option, but he's in a 3v1 scenario. There goes the power cleave combination, but on the back end, Mirage gets one. Wowie's here as well. Zeke is the option that they're trying to go for, but not mind to be the focusable target. Kaden ends up falling one more time on the back end again, just unable to get the jungler going in this game right now.
Yeah, it's really rough to find that team comp. It's huge circles. Circles win games.
Sir, I mean, especially for an Alquan that has to be close. It's like kind of playing the Circuit. I just feel like, you know, it's really tough to sit there and have to be in all the time when all the team has circles and all this other things that you can do, as looks like the split push potential on the right-hand side is going down. Mirage will take down this tower. Tier 1 for Tier 1 in the lanes are going to be swapped out 15 seconds until the Gold Fury spawns. This is going to be next. This is the super important Gold Fury. If Circa can get this Gold Fury, they have a very good opportunity of putting themselves back in the game. If they can get this Gold Fury plus a kill, even better. But they need this objective. It's 18 minutes. It's nearly worth its maximum amount of gold. And if Aces gets it, it might just be the ace in the hole that puts Circa down.
They're in a good position to defend this.
This is realistically the fight that ends up kind of turning this game. Again, if the Circa gets this, they delay the game a little bit longer, and they're able to maybe get Kaden caught up a little bit, who has Obsidian Shard and who has it. Sabbath's going to miss the pluck again right there, so he's going to be okay. Not too much damage being taken. No chains just yet. Ares holding on to him. He's getting ready to shoot it out. He got one chain on top of Sabbath, two chains on top of Sabbath. He'll get all three. Lurking in the water is going to connect. Actually, he misses the third chain, so the chains are down. If they're going to do something, it has to happen now. Kaden's on the back end. He's looking for any sort of damage, but he's level 13. A little bit too low to be fighting Mirage, who's level 17 right now. The Blink Fearless is going to miss as Mirage will jump over. This Gold Fury has to be defended. Yeah, this Gold Fury has to, and again, Mirage just level 17, 5-0 with Deathbringer online is absolutely destroying Kaden, and it's got to be frustrating for him. The Gold Fury is about a quarter HP down right now. They've got him backed up. Zeke's going to be in trouble. Final K's going to go over the top of the ultimate. The Lawbreaker is going to be used. No Purification available. 1 second CC, though, is the passive for Tier. Can he get out of it? The big Suns are going to come down, and no, there won't be enough damage available, even through space and time, and Mirage is absolutely wrecking them on top of this Hoombot. 6-0-6 with the Deathbringer online. He's just so far ahead right now that he's able to do what he wants, and I don't know if they can possibly steal this. No Lurk in the water. Eagles rally. Aces does get the Gold Fury, and that might mean the game if they can't clean up any kills realistically. The comeback potential is very limited at this point, as Sabbath is the last member standing.
This will probably be mid-tower, maybe even 2.
It's at least mid-tower and possibly something else as well. Again, just the... Man, it's... Playing from behind is one of the toughest things that you'll end up doing. Bro, there you go, kid. And he'll blink forward and at least get something on top of Zeke. Yeah, look, that's a kill, man. That's a shutdown. That's a level 17 Bologna right there. That's her first death. She wasn't on a killing spree or anything like that, but Kaden needed that gold. He needed that experience. He'll pop back up to 14. He's almost 14 and a half right now. So anything to get this Ao Kuang back into the game is what they need. So at least Kaden is still playing the game and trying to get himself some farm. The Mirage will miss the Sacred Monkey, so no teleportation to him, as this Deathbringer is really hurting right now, especially Kaden. He cannot fight Mirage.
Yeah, it's still just a huge deficit, and they still have all their stuff up right now.
Fine, okay, going aggressive. He's going to ult for the... He's not going to be able to get anything out of it. He's got the breastplate. He looks like he's going to go... This is either going to be Mantle of Discord or the Spirit Robe. I think it's going to be Discord more than likely, because they got a little bit more cooldown reduction. Dingo Dog got to take a little bit of poke from Kaden, who's still doing enough damage. Level 14. Kaden's still fighting, though, man. He's still in here. He's trying to do what he can. Dingo's doing what he can as well for the zoning purposes. There's a portal opened up that no one's going to go through right now. The aggressive dash by Man Ray. Oh, the old Ares. I blinked and got... Or I didn't blink, but the old I ulted and got nothing good. So... little bit of laughter going on right there. So Fine OK is going to be happy he didn't get pulled, but he might end with his life for that laughter as Eagles rally over the top. Two-man bludgeon not coming in right there, as that was used before. Fear No Evil used offensively. The Spirit Gun's not going to connect through space and time. Not going to do anything right here. We have Mirage in the back end. Sabbath is trying to zone him out right now. Execute is good on top of him. Kaden with the one kill doesn't have a lot of health. He doesn't have a lot of mana either. We can see.
A little low.
The teleport came in from Tier. Tier's on the back end of things. He's coming back down. No blink available, but can Mini Legend get out of this? Mirage is doing so much damage. The crit was good. Oh, the Deathbringer crit was real, as Tier is on the back end just a little bit too far away. He's trying to do what he can right now. We're going to follow along here. Oh, the Purification by Mirage was perfect, and now Mirage will end up taking the fall right there as well. This trade is actually turning out in the favor of Circa Esports, as they were the ones behind, so they're getting the benefit of the gold.
Yeah, that was a great fight for them. Trading evenly when you're behind is always better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they didn't even get that tier 1 tower in the mid lane that we were talking about. We're like, oh, this is a tier 1 tower in mid. It's so low. They don't even get that. The only thing I have to say is Fine OK's teleport was a little bit too deep. I would have liked to maybe see him go to this ward that was in the mid lane right here as a possibility. He might have been able to get there faster, but he was trying to be sneaky, I understand. But that teleportation to that ward might have ended up being a little bit better off to save the day, and he will get both of those boars as he'll take a few auto attacks from Apollo for his troubles. He'll bounce around. He's relatively tanky, no issues right here with the Spirit Robe, and he'll heal back up. So everyone's kind of here on the left-hand side, but that was a good engagement. Need some more wards on the map from both teams, honestly. I'm only seeing a couple for everybody. They got wards in the inventory, so it's time to place them.
I just love this Terry skin. I wish I had $20.
Oh, the Fernando. I did not know that this was obviously going to be... I'm actually like on a thing right now. I did not know that Ares was going to get a Fernando skin. I bought Paladins and was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll Founders it. This looks like a fun game. And then I don't play Paladins anymore, so I feel like I just spent $20 for an Ares skin.
I'd say worth.
You know. Oh, Ares gonna blink and get a couple. Purification is up and available. Oh, Caden did not have his Purification up right there, and he had about 40 seconds as Sabbath had to use the ultimate. So Caden, level 16, not really worth the most, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's bad when Ares is level 17 right now. Wow, I did not realize the differential there. Ares in a part of 14 kills, doing a lot. This tier 2 or tier 1 tower in mid does look to fall at this point in time. Little cheeky bounce over there by Wowie to put out a little bit of poke. It's a matter of if Sabbath can get a pluck on one of these characters to throw him deep in the tower, but he has to be careful. No ultimate available. He's not going to be back. There's the blink fear, no evil. Wowie's going to end up having a blink over, and he's going to get chained out. And yeah, that was a big dive in the mid lane. And well, they're pushing their aggressiveness. I mean, this is what they had to do. Aces is going to be able to win this fight pretty easily, it looks like. And they needed to press their advantage. And Fine OK is trying to do everything he can. He's going after Frozen Waffles. Can he get the kill right here? Oh, there it is. There's the power cleave. He'll be able to get that. Now it's question of if he can get out of this situation. On the back end of things, the dive happened and Wowie ends up getting killed, but they still, Circa still splits the fight, and they actually end up doing a decent job of delaying. Now, no heal? Fine OK is doing everything he can. They're still under the tower, and it still hasn't been taken.
Fine OK is just has the team on his back right now. He's actually
execute available. Dingo Dio will end up falling to Caden. Finally, the tier 2 in mid will fall, but again, I feel like Circa is just playing the best defense they can with the levels that they are down, and splitting the team like that, getting 2 to stay on Fine OK and getting 2 to go to Wowie is detrimental, because if they just focus mid, they might even get all the kills and go down to Phoenix.
Yeah, right now, Fine OK is huge. He's actually ahead of Bologna, who is on a team that is steamrolling. So that's actually really impressive. He's massively tanky, and he's the only reason that fight didn't just go completely downhill for Circa.
So is that the Spirit Rope? So when he does get hard CC'd, he will be able to absorb a little bit more damage, mitigate about, what is it, 15%? Yeah, 15% additional damage whenever you get hard CC'd. Cannot occur every more than 10 seconds. Spirit Road, a very powerful item, very tanky item. Mantle of Discord was an option I thought he might go into just for the ability to pretty much gebble, you know, around yourself. Gold Fury is up and available. Team Aces up 8,000 gold, 15,000 experience. But this is still a game at this point in time. Realistically, again, this Gold Fury is intense. Once the Fire Giant gets taken, I'll be questioning things now. The Spirit Gun is going to be a little bit early, but he's going to connect on 2. He's going to have to double Fearless combination. Fine OK is doing everything he can to hold on to this team. Blink Ultimate going to come in. Who has Purification available? No one does. Big Bludgeon going to come down on top of it. There goes the Man Ray Ultimate as well. Now here comes the Wowie. Suns are going to break down. Everyone split up one more time. Man Ray ends up taking out Mini Legend though on the right-hand side, and now the fight is back to square one. In the mid lane, a 1-for-0 trade out with several ultimates used. For the right-hand side, Aces end up expending 3 ults, but Man Ray ends up having at least 1 bomb back. I don't know what Fine OK's, Yeah, Fine OK gets chained out, not able to do a lot there. This Gold Fury seems to be the objective without Wowie's ultimate to really kind of scare him away or secure it. Not a lot they can do. Caden still in the back end. He's got 3 kills. He's got a rod of... He's got the rod right now. He's got the rod at Tahuti. He might be able to do some damage. The aggressive dash by Man Ray will end up pretty much doing some damage to that. Can Sabbath get this? No, it's not going to happen. Aces will secure the Gold Fury. And again, Eagles rally over the top. Sabbath is probably going to get chained out. Won't end up getting chained out. The slow by the blocking will be good. Fine OK is in a position of a 4v1. He's been like this all game. He's going to have to ult out. The chain is good, but it's on Wowie instead of Fine OK. So this actually ends up benefit as, oh, he'll miss the heal on everything. The Spirit Gun misses it one more time. Man Ray forced to use the Sanctuary as the tower would have connected and might have been his death. Again, it's really a question of what they want to do. Oh, Mini Legend playing aggressive, and he'll miss the Unstable Vortex, but Fine OK cleans it up. Now he's going to end up falling as Dingo Dio will get the kill right there, and now Wowie, again, the aggressive dash, or the defensive dash will end up still having him fall. Just the Ares damage at this point in time in the game at level 19, way too strong.
Yeah, this is rough. You have 2 High the Urchins, one's fully stacked and one's almost fully stacked from the front line of Aces. It's really hard to kill them, well, especially with Ares' 2 for the entire team.
Oh yeah, the 2 for the entire team is so strong. Fine OK doing everything he can. Mirage trying to, oh, he'll get the heal, and he'll get the power cleave as well, or the freaking damn it, I forgot what the hell it was called. Fearless. Literally just saw him almost kill Mirage on her tower, and I was like, oh, he's gonna get this, but then the Purification was popped out. But the Fearless combination not gonna be connected as Purification was forced out. Man, 10-1 is Mirage right now. He's playing a great game on his Hoonbots. He's done everything he can. Blink is still available for him. Purification is down. Caden's catching up, though. This game is getting to the point where Caden is getting items. He's got a Magi's Blessing. Caden, very smart, understands that really you know, actually, I'll say I don't necessarily like the Magi's Blessing in this case because there's 3 characters that could take away the stuff. You have the Frozen Waffles Mez. Scourge takes away Bubbles. And obviously, you're going to have the ultimates coming out from the other players. So, but Caden at least going to have a secondary beads, in a sense, for a little while. It's not a bad pickup. He's been getting CC'd so hard. He needs the health and he needs the ability to move around. So,
yeah, this game is on him right now because their front line is extremely tanky. They went a super greedy build and they didn't get punished for it because their team is rolling right now. So they are massive. That is a big ass Ares.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing else you can talk about other than his Ares being so big. He's got the Mantle of Discord. He's fully 6 items stacked and nearly at level 20 right now. And poor Sabbath at 0-4 and 3 is level 14. He's doing everything he can on this Sobek. He's been playing a good Sobek this game. Hasn't really missed too much. Playing better than he did the last time for sure on the Sobek character. But just when you're down like this, I mean, everything you do looks bad. As soon as you die, it just makes yourself look terrible. The fight is split up a little bit. 2 members over here by the Bologna in the mid lane. No tier 2 tower to protect themselves. WoW is going to be getting the mark, missing it. Blink over the wall. Fearless combination. Unstable Vortex just misses, but not even falling into the portal. Mini Legend is just off the mark by inches, it seems like, every single time. Just not working out as there's several wards here placed. It looks like Caden's going for it. Can Caden get this kill is the question. Spirit Gun's not going to connect. We're trying to catch up with him. He'll take the portal, and he'll end up using that, and he'll get the kill on Zeke. Will he re-engage? He's going to go on Frozen Waffles more than likely. Can he get the dive? Oh, he's going to go on Man Ray instead. We'll take a look at him. Wildstorm is good. Oh my god, the beads are good for the stun. He's got another one, and Man Ray will end up falling to Caden's Water Illusion. Now Mirage is in the backline. Caden's in trouble. Can they protect him? The beads are good. Oh, there's the Magi's protecting him. Mirage used the ultimate on a person that had Magi's Blessing. He has to be hating himself for that. He ends up hitting the spacebar. That's a big, big misplay on Mirage's fault. Why are you balping Magi's with your ultimate?
This is exactly what Circa needed. That was a huge play by Caden to go in on the Bologna, recognizing they were really close to execute range, forcing their meditation, and then the team follows up really well to split off the team fight and let Caden go ham on the backline.
I mean, that was it right there. I took a ride with Caden, and so Final K will end up having to heal up. 1 chain hits, 2 chain hits, 3rd one will not hit, but there goes the percent damage, and he knows he's in trouble right now. He's going to try to get on out of here. He'll accept this fate, and he'll be overhead smashed as Mirage will pick up his 11th kill of the game. Still only 1 death for this monkey right now. Mirage is the carry that the other team needs. They need to get rid of Mirage at some point in time, but honestly, everyone on this team is doing very well. Ares is doing everything, but realistically, it comes down to Man Ray and Mirage. You kill the Agni, you kill the Hoonbots, you're probably going to win these team fights.
Yeah, Ares can't 1v5, but he can just cause havoc with his team supporting him.
Well, I mean, realistically, when it comes down, the Fire Giant is the next objective at 31 minutes in the game. 14-31, read the kills, down 10k gold. This is not something that you normally see. Teams are normally losing pretty hard, but it looks like Circa is able to try to make a comeback. The Fire Giant will get started. Zeke's going to be tanking it up. A couple of chains will hit. There's the aggressive dash. Sabbath is going to have to get on out of here. He's going to fall in no man's land with Sabbath, honestly. There's just really nothing he can do. Their Mini Legend does have the snipe available. He needs to hold this. Caden needs to get vision on it. They understand what's going on. If he can snipe this out, this will end up turning the game around. They just have to be careful. Way too early on the ultimate right there. The Spirit Gun will not do it. Through space and time is going to be there, but Caden's on the back end trying to do things. Mirage ends up taking out Wowie, and well, Caden's trying to figure out what he can go on as far as this back end fight, but there's really nothing he can do. Just way too early on Mini Legend's ultimate. No reason to ult that. I mean, you got to be in communications with the team and be like, hey, look, it's only at half HP. That ultimate can easily steal Fire Giant.
Yeah, they kind of jumped the gun there. So did Sabbath going in really early with no team to follow up, even if he was going to attempt to steal that.
Well, Aces will get the Fire Giant. Mirage is leading the way, as I said, and Caden is in the back end in a 1v3 scenario. Buddy, you are... Blinking will happen over the wall. We'll see Caden's actually doing a lot of damage, and he'll kill him with the Water Illusion. Caden is still here. He'll use the ultimate to try to disengage for a second, but Dingo will end up getting that. But hey, Caden takes out a member with Fire Giant, and that's Mirage. Like, that's huge. Like, that's still a positive kill right there. Trading out when you have Fire Giant is always better for the team that doesn't.
It gives his team a lot of potential to defend since they don't have a Hoonbot Soul to really siege it and stop the counter engage.
Well, like I said, I would have loved to see a little bit of a more disciplined Fire Giant steal or retake of that objective. I mean, you kind of got to play it like CSGO, man. You got to get the retake. You got to get your positioning correctly. Anytime you're going to go on top of an objective, you got to look at the position. You got to see where everyone's at, and you got to understand what things are going on. You got to be in constant communication. Whether that's a communication thing or whether that's just a vision thing, I'm not sure. But you got to understand they're not going to burn the Fire Giant that quickly. They were only on it for a couple of seconds, and it was about half HP when Mini Legend ulted. This through space and time is such a powerful, potent ultimate, and the Fire Giant is a stationary target that does not move. At this stage of the game, when you're playing at this level, you need to know exactly where the Fire Giant is, and if you're playing a character that has a global ultimate like Giannis, you better every single time be able to line up that ultimate on FG for a steal attempt. And it was just way too early in that case.
Yep.
Collateral's like, yep. I don't have anything to say. Like,
I don't want awkward silence.
Awkward silence. He's like, yeah. What do they have to do to come back? What does Circa have to do?
They have to, on the Phoenix, they have to pretty much wipe them and not give up the Phoenixes. One Phoenix is enough, but they have to defend really well. They have to look for all the, like, they definitely have to look for Man Ray.
Yeah, I mean, Man Ray and Mirage obviously have to fall. That's really what it's going to come down to be. So, you got to be able to defend these Phoenixes. At least one of these is going to fall. Again, we have one member without Fire Giant on. If Sabbath can hit a really good pluck on one of these low characters, on one of these, like, you know, soft characters, maybe go in. Blink is going to come in. He's going to get two characters. Purification should be used. There's one. The snipe will come through. Did a lot of damage to Apollo. That was a good snipe by Mini Legend that time. Here comes the Sun. This is a big fight, but the Fire Giant buff is still doing okay. Fire Giant, or Fine OK, gets one. Now, he's still in the back. Really can he get another one? Sanctuary's going to do good. Wow, he tries to jump over. He'll get the kill. Bludgeon's going to connect. Sanctuary is good. Ares is doing everything again. Kanan's in the back, and he'll get the poly proc. Oh, well, does he have the execute available? He does, and it's a question of if they get low enough. Kanan is trying so hard to get up there because he can turn this fight around. He doesn't have the Spear of Desolation as he has the Soul Eater instead. Mini Legends ends up making his comeback. He'll hit one of the Unstable Vortex balls. Sabbath is going to get plucked out. The speed boost will come along with Giannis. Is 3 available. There's the execute. Yeah, he'll end up getting, oh, Mirage. Oh, I was going to say the Man Ray dash will end up getting out of the Water Illusion, but there's the Blink Fearless. Dingo Dow is going to end up falling. This defense was amazing.
Yeah, this is huge, and they could probably get like an objective off this.
This should be a kill on Dingo right here. This has to be a kill on Dingo. You have to get rid of this Ares.
He's
so
really
tanky.
He has full work up still too.
You gotta get rid of this Ares. Everything's happening. They're wasting so much on there. Another ultimate as the cooldown comes in. He's gonna go into the portal. No, over the top is that. But now here comes Zeke. They've got to disengage this honestly, as Ares is so tanky. Mantilla, Discord, Bulwarks, Hide, Spirit Robe, Wingblade. Unreal how much damage that Ares just took.
He wasn't even close to that. They had a lot of damage to go through still.
Whew, he was not close. You're right. Bulwark did proc, though, right there available. So, I mean, that's going to be down for a couple seconds. But, hey, I mean, that passive's up in a little bit. Discord's up in about 60 seconds, so that should be good. But they took out everyone other than Dingo and Zeke when it comes down to Fire Giant, and they ended up holding out of their Phoenix. That is by far the best scenario that Circa could have hoped for. Aces has to be a bit frustrated with themselves, unable to take that objective.
Yeah, right now it seems like the Apollo isn't doing much for Aces. It's pretty much the Hunbot said, the Agony just raining down on everybody.
Well, we'll take a peek at the damage, yeah. Right now it's sitting just under 16K right now is the Apollo, but that's actually bottom of the barrel pretty much, just above Sabbath. You know, Sabbath is a level 16 support that hasn't done anything. Ares leading the way in damage at 26,000 for, well, not leading the way, but on top of one of the members on top of the damage charts, with Agni and Mirage as expected. So those 3 characters doing work at this point in time in the game. So, I mean, you know what to expect. Those are the characters. We said it, Mirage, Man Ray, they got to fall. And that last fight, Frozen Waffles ends up kind of getting picked off with a great that time was a good ultimate by Mini Legend. He was able to hit a couple players and really kind of turn that fight, and he was able to use the portals to his advantage. So again, Fire Giant ready to spawn in 3 seconds. This is the do or die fight at 37 minutes in the game. The respawn timers are so long and there's so little towers up that if any team gets this and there's any sort of kills, this realistically could be the push in for the game.
Yeah, this will probably decide the game. If Circa wins the fight, it probably isn't game, but it will definitely put them back
Ares is
on.
going to blink it only on one member, and that's Wowie Purification. That's huge, big damage coming out in the back end. Frozen Waffles is going to do everything he can to get rid of Mini Legend. He's going to end up purifying as well to get out of there. Kaden gets Man Ray. That's big. Mirage is in the back, about half HP. Here comes the turnaround fight. There goes the Polyproc. There goes the Execute. Kaden's going to be in the air. He's going to drop back down on the Mirage in 3, 2, and 1. There he goes. Get the Polyproc again. There goes the Purification as well. Kaden's trying to get this kill. Unable to secure it right now. Dingo Dial is so tanky. You can't fight him right now. There goes Bologna in the backline. They're trying to get Zeke. Both characters. Nice use of the Wildstorm right there. Discord will end up proccing, and that will end up being the end there. But WoW is going to jump in. They'll get the kill. He's going to end up securing that. Dingle Dial is by himself. Mirage is going to come back. This Phoenix should fall. Circa Esports making the comeback.
Wowie should definitely not be the target they should be going for. Kaden should have his Magi's popped instantly, and then he should have his beat burned, even if Ares dies for it. He is the priority target. Kaden is the only one doing damage to their team.
Kaden has gone from...
disrupting everything.
Kaden is still below the 50% KDA, 9 and 11. This man has come back from an amazing deficit. He was frustrated. You could tell he was tilted. Fire Giants getting ready to start. The man got some damage. Sabbath is going to try to zone out the best he can. He has to knock up. Ares doesn't have much steal potential here other than the Flames. Got to watch out for Mirage, though. But Circa will get the Fire Giant. This is a big turnaround possibility if they can do anything. Mirage is about a quarter HP. The looks like the through space at top will not connect. Fear No Evil is used. Kaden wants to kill. He's going to go over there, but there's a tower that remains and unable to push up.
Yeah, just letting Kaden freely damage your damage is not going to go well, and they need to pop. They need to just pop the disarm on him to get his Magi's, and then he could probably.
Why is that? Why is this pickup of the Magi's Blessing not being popped by disarm? Like, I don't know. Zeke has to understand that this is something that happens. Where's the Mez from Apollo busting? You just, at this point in time, you have to break the Magi's because he has been able to get out of several situations with this Magi's. I honestly thought it's a great item. I love Magi's. I thought it might have been a little bit worrisome versus this team comp because there's several players that can get rid of it, but no one's getting rid of it, and he's just able to walk free with it. Why not?
Yeah, he's killing Agni and Apollo without them using like a dash stun away or like a mez away. Like I don't know what's going on in the fights because they just die before we can even track what's going on.
Well, basically, the situation is this, guys. Right now, 8,000 gold differential and 10K experience is still the lead. It doesn't matter. Really, Sabbath is the only one that's not level 20 in the game, and he's a support. Who cares about that, right, Collateral? But really, when it comes down to it, the items are almost matched. There's 6 slotted on the right-hand side, almost 6 slotted on the left-hand side. 2 Magi's Blessing now. Sabbath has picked up what Kaden's doing, and I think he smells what the Rock is cooking because he's going to take a page out of his book. You like that WWE joke. Come on, Collateral. You got that, right?
Not a big wrestling fan.
What? Oh, it was a great joke. Come on. Sabbath will end up getting his Magi's popped by...
Not a big wrestling fan.
All right. Well, still, Sabbath will end up getting his Magi's popped by the Scourge right there. So Zeke does know that Scourge stops it. That's positives right there. But Sabbath will get his back in a little while, about 60 seconds remaining on that. So, yeah, Kaden is obviously the priority target, whereas Sabbath has the ability just to use Lurking in the Waters to get out. Sabbath still has his shell available. The Siege is going to start. Circa Esports looking for the big comeback. They were down over. They're still down 10K in a lot of scenario on the graphs, and they're sitting there looking to make this play. It's a 5v5, no power play available. All these wards placed right here. Good lord, look at all these wards. So pretty. Just hanging out here. All these wards.
If they don't get his Magi's, they can't win this game. It's still up.
Kaden has changed his positioning. He's waiting. He's being patient. And look, Zeke saw him over the wall. He tried to pop that Magi. So Zeke's working on it. So they have to know that there's a ward here. Final K is going to push up the mid lane, which is exactly what you want to do. Left-hand Phoenix still stands. Right-hand Phoenix is still available. There's a ward right there. They see exactly where Kaden's at. Big blink, 3-man ultimate's going to come out. Who gets pulled in? No one's going to get pulled in. Beads are used. Kaden's going to still do a lot of damage to Zeke. Sabbath is still kind of zoning out the team with his ultimate. The ultimate will miss from the through space and time. Now here comes Man Ray over the wall. He's going to get a couple pops. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, he missed the stun. Mini Legend has the Sanctuary, but Mirage is going to end up finding 3 members of blue, and he doesn't want to find that. Fine, okay, misses the blink. Fearless won't connect right now. The right-hand Phoenix is still being sieged. Fire minions are in the base right now. The choice has to be made. Do they defend or do they give up the Phoenix? The fire minions will quickly do damage, and it looks like they're going to defend. Mid Phoenix is getting ready to spawn. The blinking of the Phoenix is coming back up there. They have to take out this Phoenix in a matter of seconds. Otherwise, it looks like it might end up being some trouble. But with 5 members standing, they're forced to retreat. The Fire Giant was more or less a stall tactic as 30 seconds remaining on this buff, and they'll lose it. But, I mean, great job. The Fire Giant buff ends up really stalling out this game, giving them an opportunity to push. They get some objectives, and they made the comeback with Gold in hand. We'll take a quick peek. Oh, my God. Did I just see Gold in hand with... where's my Gold in hand at? Good gosh, where's that button at? 2. There it is. Yeah, Caden had 3K. So he just got himself a 3K pot as well. He's going to be doing a ton of damage. And now everyone is going to be 6 slotted at this point in time. Looks like Hui will end up getting that Deathbringer right now finished up. This is the full 5v5 fight. Doesn't matter what the stats say. Doesn't matter what the kills say. Doesn't matter what anything says. The 5v5 battle for Fire Giant will decide this game.
These Ares ults are just not finding anything at all. They're not getting... he should even look to just ult the Magi's. That would probably be worth it at this point, just so he can get Hidden Bots ulted off of the backline.
We'll see what happens. Fine, okay, Caden, everyone's back, and they understand they got 30 seconds. Wards getting ready to be placed. Everyone's going to back and buy more Sentry Wards to make sure they have vision control. Fire Giant is the objective. Sabbath has the Magi's Blessing. He is fully stacked right now. He's got the Wing Blade. He's got the Breastplate for cooldown boots, and obviously Sovereignty and Heartward for the protections. Wing Blade for the slow reduction. Everything's going their way right now. The only person not 6-slotted is poor Mini Legend, who was looking for the Soul Reaver, but still stuck on that Soul Trap. But I do like his build a little bit better. Honestly, at this point in the game, I'm selling Dynasty Plate Helm for more damage. It's too late in the game. Like, the crits from Mirage and everything, at 45 protections this late in the game isn't doing a lot. I personally would sell it. I don't know what your thoughts are.
I would agree. I probably wouldn't even bought it because Hunbots isn't really about poking. You usually build against like Thor and Thanatos that like to like poke you from the jungle and stuff.
Yeah, I really would have liked seeing the Dynasty Blade Helm sold for Soul Reaver, as it would have poked out a lot of these high health targets. Vision is on the control side for Aces on this back end, so they have a lot of wards, but everyone knows where everyone's at, as Blue has placed a lot of wards as well. And right now, this is the game. Looks like Zeke will miss the Scourge. Caden able to juke that out. That's big. Here comes the engagement. Fine, okay, is going to end up getting the Purification on Frozen Waffles. That's big. Now here comes Dingo Dial. They cannot fight Dingo Dial. Another ultimate through space and time. I don't know where these are going, to be honest. I just don't realize it, as the Pluck will connect right there. Nice job right there, but that's on Dingo. Way too tanky.
No
Sabbath ends up losing his. Yeah, there's nothing that can happen, as all the Magi's, really 2 ultimates, a couple beads, an ultimate coming out by Fine OK over the wall will be the Lawbringer. There's a shell being popped, and again, they're still kind of going deep. Frozen Waffles ends up getting plucked, and that's going to be the end of Frozen Waffle.
The backline, Magi's still up.
That's going to be it. He'll get executed right there. And Moreau, man, Man Ray able to survive. He just barely healed up. Caden ends up falling on the backside. It's a 1-for-1 trade right now. Frozen Waffles for Caden. This is actually a 4v4 right now. It's a question of what's going to happen. It looks like there's a disengage call from everybody on Circa Esports. They don't want to fight this without Caden. They know he's the real damage. Unstable Vortex will do a little bit of damage. Sabbath is just trying to peel this point. Mini Legend forced to Purify and beats over the wall right there. And, well, Fine OK is going to clean up Man Ray. Can he get this? And he will. Fine OK through the bushes. I couldn't see the kill, but he gets it. He'll heal up right now. Can he get out of it? It is the scenario. He'll over the wall there. Beautiful knockup by Sabbath. He's going to get chained. He'll use Lurk in the Water to try to get out of this. Does he choose to still do the damage? And it looks like he will try, and he'll be able to get on out of there with the pluck. So overall, 2-for-2 trade right there. They give up Wowie. They give up Caden. Caden's probably a little bit more upset with that death, because I think he had a 3K pot online.
Yeah, that's definitely really bad for them. That he's all their damage. They clearly had to disengage because he's dead.
Caden went a little bit too deep. Went for the 2v1 scenario. Ended up getting ulted. I don't know. Man Ray somehow healed up. Did someone pop med? I don't think anyone popped med. I think something just ticked on him, and he just all of a sudden he got healed. Like, I don't know what it was, but Voidstone actually picked up by Agni. So, did he Aegis? Oh, okay. All right. Because, yeah, he was trying to do something. I was trying to figure out what happened. I was like, I really figured out that I thought Man Ray was going to end up falling there, but unable to get the connection was Caden, but he'll be back up right now. Sentry Wards in hand, purple pot ready to go. He'll use that right now. And, again, whoever wins this Fire Giant fight ends up probably winning the game. Mini needs to do something here. Like, Mini still doesn't have a Soul Reaver. Like, how does he's at 700 gold in hand. The farm potential right now just on Mini is just not there at this point in time. I mean, again, at this point, you gotta, like, Wowie's selling an item. I don't even know what I think he just sold Ichabod. And he's just picked up the Aussie for a little bit of extra lifesteal right there and sustain. So he's going to be okay there. And Wowie's trying to make his way into the fight. Something needs to happen with Mini. He needs to get more damage online. This Dynasty Plate Helm needs to go at 47 minutes in the game. A 47-minute game, you don't need Dynasty Plate Helm because you're already getting one shot. It doesn't protect you that much.
Yeah,
you need the Soul Reaver.
That out right now, just get Soul Reaver and probably just a purple pot.
I mean, that's it. That's what I'm ending up calling, but that's not going to happen.
He's actually has purple pot on him, so he's been buying purple pots instead of finishing a Soul Reaver.
Oh, does he? Oh, I did not realize that, actually. Yes, he does. Okay, yeah, this is definitely... I mean, maybe he's just trying to farm up before and use through space and time to get back. Soul Reaver is from the second stage. I forget how much money it is. I think it's like 1,300. So he's a couple hundred gold away. I mean, he does have the through space and time that he can get over there. Mini Legend's going to take a couple shots from the Fire Giant. But, oh, Sabbath is missing the pluck. He's going to get a big knockup. He's forced to use Lurking the Waters. This is big. There goes the through space and time. That will end up missing just barely to the right, but at least it will give his team an escape on the back end. And Dingodile is taking a lot of damage. Ares ends up using the Mantle of Discord to his advantage. What a play right there. The Mantle of Discord saves his life, actually, as so many low members. It looks like Circa Esports are winning these fights.
Yeah, the Fearless on tier kept Apollo from aegising the Sobek ult, and he just lost almost half his health from just the Sobek ult.
Fire Giant seems to be the call right now. A lot of ultimates down. Man Ray does have a couple bombs. Frozen Waffle is getting ready to ult. We'll see what ends up happening. Are they going to stay on this or disengage? It looks like they're going to reset it and they're going to go for the fight. Mirage is going to end up taking the TP. No, he will not teleport over to the other side. That might have been his death, honestly. Sabbath at about a quarter HP. Again, Mini Legend has to back, and they have to disengage this fight, I think, and let Mini Legend get some damage. But Fine OK is taking so much. The good portal right there, though, by Mini to get Fine OK out of a bad situation. Well, right now, again, that Mantle of Discord actually just... I mean, Kaden has to be a little upset. I mean, that Mantle of Discord just saved Ares' life so hard right there. It just stunned everyone out, and he ended up using his Execute, but with CC immune during the time frame. So actually, that was just... That's just really unfortunate. That's really what it is. I mean, it's just unfortunate. It just happens that way. As Soul Reaver will finally be finished up by our buddy Mini Legend here. So he'll be all right. He'll be good to go. Fine OK is going to do everything he can to zone out the team. He'll get a little bit of a heal. A lot of damage though he's taking right now. He'll back. Yes, TP. Oh, TP is down. So this back has to be very, very careful and calculated. He's got to walk back quickly. At this point, you think someone should start split pushing to maybe put some pressure on the other side of the map, maybe? Obviously, Apollo has the global ult, but... Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, I'm thinking, like, what is... Aces needs to make... If Aces wants to win this game, Frozen Waffles needs a split push, end up forcing a Phoenix, and forcing somebody to back, and then making the teleport and ulting over. Realistically, on the other side, Circa's doing exactly what they needed to do there. They're stalling out. They've stalled out a 50-minute game right now. This game looked to be over at 15 minutes. Let's be realistic. At 15 minutes in the game, every single one of us has been like, oh, well, this game's over. Circa's going to lose because of that. They're fighting for that third place spot, showing that they're still contending, even with the sub in there. Fine OK is going to pop his pot, and again, this 5v5 Fire Giant fight is still going to determine the winner of this matchup, as they're still trying to sit there and play this matchup, or this little, waiting game out.
The Phoenix defense was the turning point of the game. They not only did they not lose the Phoenix, they got a bunch of kills and actually took a lot of the pressure back.
Well, right now, taking a look at what's going on, Sabbath is forced to use Lurking the Waters, half HP. Ao Kuang is at 35,000 damage right now. We are looking at a Ao Kuang that is very, very hungry for more kills. He's kind of hanging out here. Again, Caden's doing a good job. The ping comes out. They know exactly where he's at. And that's going to be a little bit of dangerous. He's going to have to walk back here and make sure that he doesn't get picked off. Teleport is available for tier in about 10 seconds. So as long as Fine OK can delay himself, he should be all right. Frozen Waffles at this point should be starting Fire Giant. He has the ability. Frozen Waffles should be auto-attacking this and seeing what happens. Like, as the ADC, you should just be picking this off right now, at least attempting it. You got lifesteal. You should be able to do this in a sense. And honestly, I don't like the fact that it's not being started, or at least tempted. You got to bait Circa into something.
Right now
yeah, you got to bait Circa into something. And, like, it's not happening. Now, Frozen Waffles is throwing fake auto-attacks off, which is, obviously something you can do. But too little too late, as now everyone's back in position. Sabbath ends up missing a pluck. Get the knock-up, though. Caden's back into the fight. Through space of time, ends up hitting 3 right there. Unstable Vortex gets only a little bit of dingle. The sprints pop. They're going for the kills. We're going to see what happens. The Blink Fearless combination. Frozen Waffles is in a lot of trouble right there. The Execute not even needed, as the Eagles Rally stun gets busted out by the disc, or by the probably the Magi's blessing, I should say. Fine OK is playing super aggressive. His back has to hurt right now. This man is playing out of his mind on this tier, and Sabbath will hit a pluck. Zeke's going to be in trouble. The stun from Wowie is going to connect right now. Lurking in the water is going to end up getting a big damage off on Zeke as well. Bam! That's a knockup. That's a fearless. This looks possibly to be the end of the game. If they can't stop Mirage, though, he'll end up getting knocked out of his way. Kaden ends up getting a kill on Dingo. He is so far deep, though. He ends up ulting back into the fight. Looks like Wowie's going to go on the right-hand Phoenix. They're going to get this Phoenix at least. Mid-Phoenix is already hurt. Big stun going to come out, though. Can they get it? They do. There's the pluck on top of Man Ray. Wildstorm not going to connect. Here's a big fearless power creep combination, though. Fine OK playing his heart out right now. He's trying. Ace is doing everything they can to defend. Mid-Phoenix is already low. They'll take this out in a couple shots. Sabbath will end up taking it. No shell available. He has to step out and be careful. They can't do this. Ends up purifying the bomb stun. Kaden does. They don't get the middle Phoenix as there was a little bit too much damage. But the question is can Mirage end up doing something? Mini Legend forced to ult out. Great use of the ultimate. They'll end up both disengaging and they should be able to escape here. Fine OK's in the back end still with Sabbath kind of looking at things. They see Wowie's in a little bit of trouble. Wowie's jump is down for 10 seconds. This is trouble. No Aegis available, and Man Ray will end up cleaning up that kill. Sabbath ends up backing here in the back end, and Fine OK is like, I don't care. I am a tier. I am going to mess you up, Agni. And he is not worried about this at all. He's doing a ton of damage. Not even worried about it. Apollo is ulting.
Are they gonna start a fire?
I don't understand why you ult there if you're not starting a fire. Like, where are you going there for? Like, why are you ulting Fire Giant if you're not starting it up? I mean, that's going to be 90 seconds of an ultimate down right there. And honestly, obviously, Circa does not know this, so they're still going to be wary of a global ultimate available. But basically, I mean, that's something that he's not going to be able to get back into the fight if he gets poked out in the next 90 seconds. Now, this Fire Giant is still going to be the objective of choice. Mid-Phoenix still half HP. It was down one time. Circa will go ahead and clear out the ward vision by the Fire Giant right now. 54-minute game has me drinking my coffee because I'm dry-mouthed. All right,
there's going to be another fire regroup, and then, again, whoever gets fire will win the game.
I mean, at this point in time, 54 minutes in the game, the death timers are unreal. They're over 70 seconds at this point. You know, any death is going to be very, very dangerous, and if you end up dying and giving up the Fire Giant, 70 seconds is GG with one Phoenix down, one already half HP, and just kind of spawning back up, but it's already low, and, you know, it's already been down once, so the ease of taking that mid-Phoenix is relatively simple enough. Everyone is full build right now. We're looking at everything that could possibly be built. Potions are popped. Everyone's got their buffs online. Again, we're looking for the 5v5 Fire Giant fight. Fear No Evil's going to come out. Mini Legend gets caught. There goes the Fearless, or the over the wall. Pluck will miss. Frozen Waffles is going to be in trouble. Actually, the ultimate did come back up just in time for him to get out of that scenario. So, I mean, lucky him. If that was any earlier in the game, he would have been in trouble. But now it's a 4v5. Now it looks like the Aces has the advantage right now. Kaden doing a ton of damage. Everybody looks to jump on top of Kaden. There goes the Mirage, and he'll blink over there with the teleport of the Sacred Monkey. Sabbath is just trying to delay the best he can. And again, without Frozen Waffles able to ult back in, they can't start Fire Giant right away. But it looks like everyone, they got to understand that this might happen. I mean, this Fire Giant fight has been going on for so long, it's kind of unreal at this point in time. Waffles needs to watch DM Brandon videos on how to take the Fire Giant. He took a nice little chunk of HP. Again, I mean,
224, 224.
We're still sitting here. I mean, this is really like Fire Giant gonna get started up by Aces. A lot of people at back. Kaden's over here on the left-hand side. Wowie does have his ultimate available. The Suns can do enough to steal this, but through space and time is not gonna be available for the next 18 seconds. Man Ray ends up having to dash aggressively. Tears on the backside. There's the Wowie ultimate. Can this be stolen? Aces gets the Fire Giant, unable to get the tick. Man Ray is so low, he actually escapes. Beads forced out. There goes Fine OK. He'll take out the Agni. Doesn't matter. Now it's a question of if they don't get these kills, the game might be over for Circa Esports. But the Mantle of Discord will end up proccing on top of Fine OK. But the through space and time will end up missing. Now 2 members down for over 60 seconds. And, well, the right-hand Phoenix actually going to fall to Fire Minions possibly. Oh, man. It doesn't look like as they'll be able to at least get this back up. So, not a lot of deaths there. And they decided to back. This is still not over. I was more or less expecting 2 or 3 members wiped and they push up, but instead they want to defend their Phoenix. They have to back up because one of them was down, and we're sitting in defense mode for Circa.
push as fast as they can and just straight focus Caden. He beads the Ares ult, or his Magi's got it, so he should be.
His purification is down. Yeah, his purification. Actually, he does not. Caden does not have Magi's anymore. He has sold it for a Chronos pendant, so he is purely relying on nothing but damage at this point in time. He's trying to 100 to 0 as much as he possibly can. Mini Legend has to get. Actually, he's selling something else. There's a Spear Desolation. There's a Spear Desolation, and I think Mini has to take a book.
What was keeping him in the game. They couldn't just They couldn't just peel him off with Humbasalt instantly, and now his beads are down.
Well,
there's no way he can engage on anybody.
Yeah, he has to still be careful with his positioning for sure. I think Mini Legend needs to take a page out of the book as well and maybe get something a little bit more powerful, as this Dynasty Plate helmet is just not going to do anything at 50+ minutes in the game. Ares is going to pop the 2. Dingo's going to end up getting fucked in the tower. A lot of damage is going to come out. Mirage will end up getting knocked up by the Sobek 2. And still another disengage from Aces. They have Fire Giant on 4 members, and they're still unable to siege. Agni on the left-hand side of the map is split pushing. They see this on the minion, so they know they have the 4v5 right now, and it looks like they're going for it now. The Mini Legend doesn't have through space and time, but at this point, you're just kind of defending your Phoenix again on a 4v5.
Yeah, the Humbasalt just didn't get anything, and they really need that to secure kills.
Oh, everyone's back, and again, we have 2 Phoenixes that are low. The mid and the right-hand Phoenix are been damaged already. They've been taken down 1 time each, so they're still kind of healing back up, and they will get the full health here sooner than later, but they still have been damaged, so they'll be able to get taken down any point in time. Just a couple of auto attacks from Wowie will be able to secure it. He's got a ton of damage. He's triple crit, Wing Demon, Malice, Deathbringer, attack speed boots, attack speed Aussie, attack speed with the Kins, plus the health. I mean, right now looking pretty strong. If Wowie gets a couple auto attacks, it should be over. Yeah, as that as well. And Mirage is going to end up getting plucked into the tower. He won't take a tower shot, though. Here goes the blink in. Ares is doing a lot of damage. Mini Legends is going to end up getting stuck. Can he get out of this point? He does not, as Man Ray's bombs will connect. We got the fight on the left-hand side. Phoenix. Man Ray, oh my gosh. Man Ray gets out of this again. Can Sabbath get this kill? He does. Sickle Strike will do it. The knockup is good. Man Ray falls. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Jungler for mid laner at this point in time. Frozen Waffles gets rid of Sabbath, but this push still continues. Can they get it? Caden's doing so much damage. Oh, wow, he misses the cheeky bounce. Almost got it.
With Sabbath down, that's a lot of the protections that he was giving with his auras. So it's what? They're losing 20 magic protection and 30 physical protection, which is huge. That's kind of the reason why Caden was also able to live and get all his damage off, because he was
this mid Phoenix looks to possibly be sieged on right now. Dingo Dial is tanking it. There's the Mantle of Discord. They can pop it. There's the execute. That's good. Caden's going to take a ride in the sky, and we're going to go with him. Who's he going to jump on? Frozen Waffle should fall relatively easily. He's going to go on top of Mango. Polyproc is good. He's in a 2v1 scenario. Water Illusion's out. Doesn't matter. Overhead Smash will clean it up. Mirage ends up getting the better of that 2v1. Now, Fear No Evil will be used offensively to get rid of Fine OK, and well, they still hold the mid Phoenix. It's still not down. No fire minions available. 70 seconds on Waffles. 65 on Dingo. Man Ray's 25 seconds. If Wowie can get up here fast enough, there's a possibility of taking out this Phoenix. I don't know if he can get up here quick enough, though.
I don't think he can. This is going to be a long game.
Well, we have an appearance of Pythax. What do you think about this on Giannis?
Since he's kind of not contributing much, I think it's actually good to really help the...
He's got 30% CDR now, so it's going to help out with the portals and everything. I mean, I understand where it's coming from. He's going to give a little bit of lifesteal.
It helps Caden most of all.
It does help Caden, yeah. I mean, it's a respectful item. I got to give it some thought process. Again, I would have liked to see just more damage, but this is still a good item. I don't see an issue with this per se. It's an interesting item that has an aura, but he'll be at 30% cooldown reduction, so he'll be able to portal a little bit more and use it through space and time a little bit more aggressively. Caden, on the other hand, should be spawning in about 20 seconds. Again, he's got that Spear Desolation, which is what I would have liked to see on Giannis, but as you said, he's not really getting the kills, so the Spear Desolation probably isn't worth it for him, whereas Pythag is a little bit more of a utility item. He'll be able to help out his team in that matter. So getting the Pythags as a utility for the team versus worrying about the damage himself, because we'll take a look at the player damage right now. Giannis sitting at 30k, third. Apollo still 24,000, man. Wow, Apollo really low on the damage charts in a 60-minute game.
Yeah, he seems to be dying just first in all the engages that go well for Circa.
Well, he's got a 3K pot in hand right now. The Elixir of Power is available for him. The Fire Giant has now spawned. And I've said this so many times, the winner of the Fire Giant will win the game. Obviously, I'm wrong because nothing of that nature has happened so far. Instead, we're just treated to a wonderful game of Smite. Sobek will end up missing the dash. Sabbath is in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't really matter, though. Through space of time, will hit Mirage for about half HP. That's a big one if Man Ray can end up getting any sort of peel, but it looks like he'll be fine. Fine OK, on the other hand, is looking to play aggressive. Big Fear No Evil that was used defensively. Nice job. Fine OK is going to go through the portal. Doesn't matter. I would like Wowie to start FG. Wowie, there you go. They're backing right now.
Definitely.
They're going to start FG.
Poked out Janice.
Ultimate is available for Waffles. Ultimate is available for everybody but Mirage, and now they do realize that this is going on, so now the disengage should happen, and here we go. No one's going to get knocked up. Lurking in the waters used. Apollo is in the air. Who's he going to crash on is the question. Sabbath is pretty half HP, but he should be okay. He's relatively tanky. One bomb down. There's the stun. There's 3 bombs down. Mini Legend's going to take the most of this, but with all the bombs down on Agni, they should be able to do something. Kaden ends up having to get out of there. Took a lot of damage from a lot of abilities. He gets poked out, and the dash aggressively as Fine OK is going for Mirage. No, he just uses it to disengage. One ultimate from, oh, Sabbath doesn't have anything available. He's able to dash out of the ultimate. Unreal, as Sabbath is sitting there trying to escape. Wowie body blocks the chains for his support and uses purification. Has your ADC ever done that for you, Collateral?
No, Fatal just dies.
Oh, man, and Kaden on the back end cleans up Mirage, the big killer. He's going to end up getting Zeke too. He gets the double kill. It doesn't matter. He ends up falling to Frozen Waffles, but it's still 2-for-1 trade. Wowie needs to start the Fire Giant possibly. All the ults are down. Mirage is down for 70 seconds. Something needs to happen here because my voice is getting tired.
End the game. I want to eat food.
It's 63 minutes. I don't think I've ever casted a game this long. This is crazy. Circa Esports trying to make the unreal comeback. 120,000 gold. Who cares what the difference is? It's 63 minutes in the game. Everyone's fighting. Dingo Dial gets the Mantle of Discord proc. He's going for it. Fine OK. Get the Fearless. Giannis gets a kill. Mini Legend has done it, boys. Call the Reddits. Frozen Waffles looks to fall. Great mez by him. He'll end up surviving. Man Ray is the next victim. Aggressive dash again, or defensive dash. Nice pluck over there. Man Ray ends up getting alive because, oh, Mini Legend missed the 2 again. Can Fine OK get the Fearless combination, and it looks like he should be able to. Aggressive dash. Man Ray will end up falling, and in this case, Fine OK ends up dying as well. Mini Legend missed a couple of abilities, and that's going to be this Fire Giant. Again, Man Ray with these aggressive dashes and stuns playing great. But this Fire Giant is not going down very fast, and they're taking it a lot. It's a question if anybody can get over here in time.
I don't think they will. Oh, no, they will.
Oh, Wowie almost got the ricochet. Wowie, Circa Esports gets the Fire Giant. Man Ray's going to get plucked in. Man Ray's going to get the trouble. There's the double kill for Wowie. Wowie get the double kill. Oh, Circa Esports with the, oh, Wowie almost get the cheeky bounce. I'm going crazy. Aussie proc doesn't matter. Sabbath gets the pluck. He hits the one that matters. He'll fight inside the ultimate. Frozen Waffles is not going to be able to come back in time. He's dead. Zeke still gets Wowie. And now at this point in time, Mirage is just going to jump away. He'll blink out. Still, they get the Fire Giant. Oh my goodness. Why did they not stay Aces? If Aces loses this game, they have to relook at this game and be like, our objective, our ability to take an objective needs to be cleaner.
If they committed to that, there was no way they were.
First off, Wowie almost hit an amazing ricochet to steal it. Then he just sits there and starts auto-attacking it. I mean, you can't let that happen. Two members of Aces there. Whew. I mean, Wowie ends up falling, thankfully, for Aces. Sabbath is the only one with Fire Giant. So you got a Sobek with Fire Giant. Now that's great for the support because he'll be able to sustain a little bit in these fights and do what he has to do. Kaden not going to end up getting any damage off as he'll get chained up, and Sabbath will miss the pluck. So not a lot. Kaden taking a lot of poke as yeah, man, he doesn't have that Magi's anymore, so he's taking a little bit of damage. And right now, at this point in time, again, we still have 2 Phoenixes that are half HP. Both of these Phoenixes, the Firebirds, have not respawned to full health, and we're at 66 minutes in the game. I'm so confused by this game. Nice chain by Dingo Dial. Nice chain. Nice chain. Yeah, I mean, very, very nice chain right there. Fine OK is just going to kind of hang out. They're looking at the speed buff. This speed buff doesn't matter. This is kind of just for, you know, giggles at this point. Fine OK will end up grabbing it. Kaden might end up getting this or he has a red buff right now, so no blue buff even necessary. Final K gets the speed just to sit there running around purposes, and Mini Legend will back at this point in time, and he'll look. Oh, he's not backing. He looked like he was backing, but everyone's on the left side of the map. They need to push waves. Like, Fire Giant's gone. Waves need to get pushed up if you're Circa Esports. Get that right wave back up. Get the left wave back up. Get the mid wave back up. Push everything up. And maybe, possibly, if you believe in your team's ability, having Giannis available for the through space and time. If you split push into the mid lane and then you go right, and having Giannis able to portal across the map in the jungle might be the best benefit for them if they're able to get that. But it doesn't look like they're going to go for the split push. It looks like all 5 members will be on the right-hand side, leaning their way toward the left-hand or mid Phoenix. But, I mean, at this point, something's got to give. I mean, it's 67 minutes in a game. Something's got to happen.
Yeah, all the fights where Mini Legend has hit the Janus snipes, they've done really well in those fights, but he needs to start hitting it more consistently.
Well, right now, Sabbath still has his Magi's, so he's ready to go. At this point in time, 5v5 is the matchup. As we see, right now, everyone's gathered on the right-hand side. No Fire Giant available for another 55 seconds, or actually 2 minutes, I should say. I didn't see the one when I looked at it. I was like, wait, that's a minute and 55 seconds.
Just both these team comps are very strong anti-siege with the outclung damage and just the circles on Team Aces.
I mean, again, something's got to give. A split push has to happen somewhere along the lines. I mean, things got to occur. Caden is 14 and 14. He's got all the kills right now. Wowie's got 7 kills as well. Final K doing everything he can as well. I mean, this tier is super tanky. He's got a Void Stone right now, or Void Shield, right? I keep calling it Void Stone. He's got a Void Shield right now. Again, obviously the anti-protections are going to be big. He's got a Wing Blade, Titan's Bane for some more damage, so he's looking to do a little bit more work. And now the siege is happening as the mid wave gets pushed up. I'd like to see the right lane pushed up a little bit more, but the left lane is pushed up pretty decently as Mini seems to be taking these minions out. So it looks like they're going to go from mid to left to right, possibly, if they decide to go this way, as Mini has to be careful. He's got 3 members forcing him, which means the fight could be forced in the mid. Sabbath is going to miss the pluck. Everyone's got to choose. They got to choose mid or left. Oh, Mini Legend's going to play super aggressive and go for the dive. He's going to end up being in trouble. The portal will be good. Final K ends up taking the ultimate out as well. Wowie is on the mid Phoenix. He does have Purification available. He should be okay. Yes, he ends up Sanctuary. He didn't have Purification, and it's a question of if they can get this Phoenix or not. The Phoenix is the objective, but they're fighting so hard. Caden's doing everything he can on top of Dingo Dial. Unstable Vortex will not connect. The pluck ends up misconnecting as well. Final K is still in the front line. Mini Legend ends up falling to Mirage on the back end, and we didn't see that. The fight is good. Can Caden get to execute off? It doesn't really matter. He's on the backside of things. Wowie is alone in a Bologna ultimate, which is giving massive protections to the other team.
Looks like Agni has sold something for Warlocks. He's building up that Warlocks because he's super tanky now.
He sold, I think he had a defensive item.
And Mantle.
Well, Agni going for the dirty bubble build.
He's
got a Bulwarks. He's got a Bulwarks, a Mantle, a Warlock Sash, a Spear Desolation, a Chronos, and a Rod. So no, very limited pen with the Spear Desolation. A lot of damage output though with the Spear and with the Rod. I mean, that's 220. That's 245 magical power right there, plus the Chronos. So he's sitting above 300 for sure. But I mean, he's so tanky right now. I mean, obviously they have to realize this, and they shouldn't be going for him anymore. The bombs are more utility. Man Ray playing the utility Agni versus the offensive Agni, and I don't know if that's going to work out in their favor or not. As you can be tanky all day, but you got to get kills.
Speaking of the dirty bubble build, do you think the dirty bubble should be building that much damage on Himbots instead of a tank?
I don't know. I mean, it's always a questionable call what you're going to do. Sabbath one up getting that plucked off, and now here we go. The siege will attempt Man Ray. I mean, the Kin should be helping out here. Dingo Dial gets absolutely nothing with the ultimate. That's a big mistake right there. The Fearful Evil. Caden's going to be in trouble. He'll go to the left-hand side of the map, and we'll see if he ends up getting this kill. Caden gets the 1v1 matchup. Mirage is down. Man Ray finds fine okay. Maybe this dirty bubble build is working out for him as tankiness. The mid Phoenix will finally fall for Aces, as that will be the first Phoenix taken in 20 plus minutes or something like that. The through space and time, Man Ray forced the Sanctuary. Great use of the ricochet right there. Let's go. Let's keep going, boys. We got a portal available. Man, or wow, he's able to get that. Wow, he gets the kill. He ends up getting a delayed double. They're pushing forward. Wow, he wants the Phoenix. Wowie wants this Phoenix. Man Ray is half HP. He's on the right-hand side. They're all back in. Mini Legend is running forward. They are going for this Phoenix, but they both have back. Mini Legend, please, if you take this tower, Mini Legend, don't die. Ugh, I'm so scared for them right now. Disarm is good. Bologna, Zeke with the disarm will end up. Wow, okay, dirty bubble build. OP. Mini Legend takes half his HP and he'll Sanctuary out. Wowie going to try to assist, and that's going to end up being deleted as Man Ray's Mantle of Discord ends up popping. Can Wowie get the kill? He'll miss the ricochet right there. A couple auto attacks. The damage from the bombs is unreal. Zeke ends up having to use the meditation on Agni, so that's not going to be available for the next big team fight. But realistically, they need this middle Phoenix to even it back up. Somebody's got to attack this Phoenix, and Man Ray's going to get plucked out. No Wildstorm available. There's a shell. Wowie's back into the fight. He was able to heal. Now here comes the mid Phoenix. That will fall. It's even backed up. Fire creep for fire creep. Man Ray's still pretty low, but with 16 seconds until Mirage comes back up and an ultimate available, they need to get this right Phoenix, and it looks like Wowie would do just that.
Still anyone's game, because even if they wipe them, the fire creeps will not end the game in time, because they do have the Phoenix on. They could just rush.
Eagles rally over the top.
Safe.
Looks like Sabbath's going to be having to get plucked out of there. He'll be all right. He'll be able to move. Man Ray with this build, doing a lot of damage, respectfully so. The Warlock Sash puts out more DPS than I can remember, honestly. That's a really crazy build. He's got the, he's obviously worried about Kaden erasing him, which is why the Bulwark's there in the first place. So he's able to get that, and then Mantle of Discord obviously helps out for the 30%, because it literally triggers when Execute is in range. So Kaden's obviously wary of this now. I mean, it's a 72-minute game. I'm pretty sure he's aware of what items everyone has, as Zeke will end up getting knocked up by the Fire Giant. You do not have the damage to start this, guys. Man Ray does not have enough DPS. Zeke, you do not have enough DPS. This is not the right situation where you want to start FG. I've never casted a 70-minute game. This is crazy.
I've never casted games before today, so.
Yeah, hey, everyone give it up for Collateral for the big cast as the tier list will come out. FidoK is doing everything he can. We'll take a ride with him. Oh, no, it looks like he'll end up jumping over the wall and be just fine. Sabbath does have the ultimate available as well, and it looks like we're just going to see another disengage, but they have to worry about it. Left-hand Phoenix is the only one remaining right now. The Fire Giant is up and available. This bad boy has 20,000 HP. It's not going to be that easy to burn at 70 minutes. Sabbath is by himself. He's going to push up the wave a little bit. The Fire creeps in the mid lane, being stalemate, so both teams got to push this up respectively, but the blue team, Circa Esports, will have the advantage as the Phoenix went down. They took down the Phoenix after theirs was taken down, so they'll end up having the advantage.
Look how slow Man Ray is running.
Man Ray is a bot. He's got 350 movement speed. That is the base of what you start off with in Smite. He is literally a bot. He's just like, I'm here, I'm walking, I have no boots. But, hey, he's doing the damage, man. Give it up for him. He changed his build. He was able to stack up Warlocks up in the middle of a game, which was intense. But with 2 waves of Fire Creeps coming, they got to be the defensive mode right now. And they do have the Fire Giant on the side of Circa Esports. The whole time we were talking about how slow Man Ray was moving, well, we should have been talking about how fast that Circa Esports took on the FG. Left-hand Phoenix, the last one remaining. Split push potential is available. They can go a couple in the left lane and one in the middle, and it should be okay. And that seems to be the plan, with Mini Legend being the bait for the mid lane.
They need to
They need to watch out for the fire creeps on the right-hand side.
I think Wowie is the priority target now. His damage is skyrocketing. He had Kaden had a massive gap, and now it's really
Mirage gets almost erased. They're gonna have to be careful. Kaden ends up using the purification. He's okay. Final case pretty deep. Mini Legend ends up pushing up the mid lane. Wowie's gonna be trying to attack this left-hand Phoenix, but he's not gonna get a lot of damage. Man Ray ends up poking him out, but he's so slow. Sanctuary use. Protections are good by Bologna's ultimate. Here comes the Suns. They're gonna be going down. The flames are good. Searing Flush is doing a lot of damage. Man Ray will end up, or Kaden will end up getting stuck. Frozen Waffles gets one, but they trade out ADC for the other ADC. Kaden gets the second one. Fear No Evil was good. Mirage is almost low. Final K will end up missing the power cleave. Does he have the Fearless? He ends up missing it. Sabbath gets it with the knockup. That's 3 members down for red. This is trouble. Zeke ends up hitting. Oh, Sabbath hits the pluck of the century. It doesn't matter what he did before. Kaden ends up getting the kill with the execute. They're going to go for the final Phoenix. Fire minis are pouring in for the left-hand side. Fire minis are coming in for the mid lane right now. Kaden gets chained through the wall. Dingo Dial doing everything they can. Final K is trying. We're following Kaden. Kaden will end up possibly falling here. 4,000 HP. 3,500 HP. They're going for the Titan. 2,000 HP. Circa Esports will take third place in a 75-minute game.
That was
woo.
If I would have F6 at 10, it would have been 4 votes by 10 minutes.
I wish I could curse on this stream. Wow. What a blank game. That is all I will say. Holy crap. One of the best games I've casted, honestly, from both sides. A lot of misplays on both ends of things, but honestly, when it comes down to casting a 75-minute game, it doesn't get better than something like that. The end of the game comes down to a team fight on the left-hand Phoenix that Circa Esports is able to take. Woo! I mean, that is just, I don't have anything. I mean, the damage was just 68k by Caden. He comes back from being down so many kills to positive, and just the amount of work. Give it up for Mini Legend. I don't care. We busted on Mini Legend the whole game. No offense to Mini Legend. He played his heart out. 4 and 12. He's subbing for the team. He's doing everything he can. He played well. 41,000 player damage for him. He still beats Sabbath, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's hard to step in, especially at like a top Challenger Cup team. To just
Absolutely. So everyone give Mini Legend a little bit of love in the chat and everything like that. Obviously, he had his rough game right there, but let's be realistic. He did everything he could in order to help this team win, and he did help Circa Esports get this victory at the final. And they'll end up taking the 3rd place victory, which definitely gives them 40 points. Look at the amount of wards placed. 44 by Sabbath. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
Man, again, we'll take a look at final builds. Guys, that's it. That's the Challengers Cup. That's me, Freight Train, casting Circa Esports Challenger Cup team. They did great. Collateral Man, shout yourself out. Say anything you want to say. You've been amazing. I appreciate you coming and hang out with me all day today. You didn't have to, but you took your time, and so I'll give you the credentials to go ahead and give yourself some shout outs.
Thank you for having me. I always enter the Friday Night Smite just to have an interview with you. Too bad my team suck.
Yeah, the interviews are always fun. Actually, I wish we could get. Maybe I can get one of the Circa guys in here. We'll see, but nah, it's not a big deal. We won't do an interview or anything like that. They're probably extremely tired for that. But yeah, definitely. My name's Freight Train, guys. Exclamation point casters will give you my name and my Twitter at FreightTrainX. You can find me. I also stream occasionally on my own channel. At FreightTrain311 is my Twitch. You can go ahead and take a look at that. I appreciate everyone coming out today and supporting Circa Esports. It was a great pleasure to be able to cast the Circa Smite teams today. It's the first time I've done this. I had a great time. I am so positive with the vibes that we got. We got over 40 viewers on average. Much appreciated the love that you guys showed us here at Circa Esports. Remember, we do have a giveaway on our Twitter, so check us out at Circa Esports on the Twitter and take a look at that retweet for some Smite skins. We got the new Scotty, the new Robin. I think we got the new On Her as well up in there. So again, take a look at that. Please follow all our social media as well. Again, I mean, it's been a great pleasure. This was my first cast with Circa Esports, and I couldn't have asked for a better way to do it. An amazing set by the boys of Circa Esports, just playing their hearts out in that final game. Sadly, they didn't get first, but hey, 3rd place is better than anything. Still top 3 team, still #1 in the Challenger Cup seedings right now. And from everybody at Circa Esports, we love you. We appreciate the support. Again, my name's Freight Train. Follow us on social media. #1 more way, baby.